Now we'll talk about pteridophytes. Okay. Your P is silent, so we call them as pteridophytes. Some basic concepts we'll discuss, otherwise I'll also given slides in which you can see the important points there. Okay. So pteridophytes, you can call them as, they are the soil binders. They are also used as ornamentals. Okay. Now they are the first terrestrial plants which possess vascular tissue. First plants to have vascular tissue. This is the common point. We'll discuss as to which particular tissue is there. Okay, like xylem and phloem is the basic vascular tissues. Now which component is there in the xylem and which component is there in the phloem, we'll see that in the slides. Okay, so you just have to remember that they are the first terrestrial plants which will possess vascular tissues. Okay, here the main plant body is sporophyte. Main plant body is sporophyte. In bryophytes we saw that the main plant body was gametophyte, that is the haploid, and here the main plant body is sporophyte, that is the diploid. Okay. Now this pteridophytes will have a true differentiation which will show root, stem and leaf. Okay. The leaves in pteridophytes are small, they can be small, which are called microsporophylls. Okay, and they can be large, as in some cases, like in particular that is Selenigula, large leaves will be seen which are called macrophylls, and small leaves will be there which are called microphylls. Okay. Now the sporophyte will bear sporangia in which the spores will be produced. The sporophyte there will have sporangia in which the spores will be produced. Okay. Now the sporophyte will have, the sporophytes will be present on the leaf. Okay, they can be present on the leaves, so this is called sporophyll, or they can also unite and form compact cones or strobili. They can form cones or strobili. Okay, you can say strobili or strobili. Okay, these are the compact cones which will be formed by the aggregation of the leaf bearing spores. The sporangia will produce spores by meiosis in spore mother cell. These spores will germinate to give rise to inconspicuous, small but multicellular free living, mostly photosynthetic thalloid structure or the gametophyte called the prothallus. And the gametophytes will require damp, shady places to grow. Okay, because of this this particular plants are not seen here because they will always require damp and moist places which are not when we talk about the terrestrial system, they are not present. So these pteridophytes are not the dominant plants. We see mostly angiosperms, and because of the requirement of the moist and shady places, these are not the predominant or the dominant the dominant plants as seen nowadays. Okay, so it will be like leaves will be present, see, like leaves will be present and they will have spores in them. Okay, now these leaves can form a compact structure like this arrange, and this will be the formation of cone like structure, that is the cones. Now they can be also homosporous or heterosporous both. a same plant can produce same types of spores, or some plants will produce different spore, that is the male spore will be different and the female spore will be different. Here what you will see, that gametes will be produced by meiosis. There we saw meiosis took place after the zygote formation. Here gametes will be produced by meiosis because first diploid cell was there. Okay, now gametes will be produced, which is haploid, male and female. Okay, male and female gamete. These will unite and they will form zygote, which is again what? Diploid. And this will give rise to the main plant body, that is the sporophyte. Okay, I have shown the basic structure, the plants and important points in the slide. So this is the basic. You have to keep in mind the main plant body is sporophyte. Two types of leaves are present, that is the microphylls and the macrophylls. Spore bearing leaves will be called microsporophylls or megasporophylls, or you can say that macrosporophylls. It can be homosporous, same types of spores are produced. It can be heterosporous, different types of spores are produced in the same plant. The first terrestrial plants to have vascular tissue, the main plant body is sporophyte. Okay, and they will have structure which is finally differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Okay, so this is the basics of the pteridophytes. Division Pteridophyta. These are the first vascular plants on lands with true root, stem and leaves. Okay, so these are the plants which are having true roots, stem and leaves. That means the body is differentiated into true roots, stem and leaves. This group has 400 genera and about 10,500 species. The plants have pinnate leaves. Okay, this we'll study in the 5th chapter, that is morphology. We have two types of leaves, that is pinnate and palmate. Okay, so here the leaflets will be many and the leaf will be divided into small leaflets. Pteridophytes are also called as vascular cryptogams because there is a presence of vascular system in them. They do not produce flowers, fruits and seeds. Okay. Pteridophytes are terrestrial, small, annual or perennial and grow a lot in moist and shady places. Example, ferns. Pteridophytes may be aquatic like Azolla, xerophytic like Equisetum or epiphytic, that is Lycopodium. Here in the first point it's given they are terrestrial, small, annual. You have to find the difference between an annual plant or annual. What do you understand by annual and perennial? Now they show heteromorphic alternation of generation. This I will explain you at the end. Sporophyte is the main plant body, that is the dominant. It is diploid, autotrophic, independent and it's differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Primary root is short-lived and is replaced by adventitious root, whereas the stem may be underground or aerial. Okay, so this point means that we generally have a taproot and then roots arise like this. Okay, so this middle portion, this root will be short-lived and finally we'll get a structure like this. Finally we'll get the structure which is like this, and this is these are the adventitious roots. Okay, leaves may be scaly, Equisetum, simple or sessile, that is Lycopodium, and large and pinnately compound, that is ferns. Xylem will there is presence of vascular bundles, and xylem will consist of tracheids. Okay, in xylem we'll have tracheids and in phloem we'll have only the sieve cells. Now you have to find out what are the components of xylem and phloem. So in xylem only tracheids will be present and in phloem only sieve cells will be present. Secondary growth is not seen because of the absence of cambium. Okay, this secondary growth will not be seen. Sporophyte shows asexual reproduction by producing spores. Gametophyte develops from the spores and is haploid. recessive but independent and reproduces sexually to form a diploid sporophyte. Pteridophytes are of two types. One is heterosporous and homosporous. So heterosporous will produce two types of spores and homosporous will produce only one kind of spore. These spores will be produced in special multicellular structure which are called sporangia. Okay. See here you can see in the diagram that this is the sporangium. These are the spores inside the sporangia, and after the spore mother cell will undergo what? Meiosis, and it will produce these spores which will be haploid. Now male and female spore will unite with each other and then they will form the sporophytic main body. Okay. So here this is the structure of the sporangia. Here these are the spores and this is the dehiscence of the spore, that is the liberation of the spores. Now here you can see the alternation of generation in this pteridophytes. This is the leaf we already talked about. This is the leaves. You can see the spores in this, and these spores are present inside the sporangia. So meiosis will occur and the spores will be produced which will be haploid. Now these spores will unite with each other, okay, and they will form the diploid diploid body, okay, and after that fertilization and syngamy there will be production of the diploid body, that is 2n, and from here the sporophyte will be formed, okay, that is the main leaf.